It has been a bumpy ride for Ezra Chiloba at the helm of IEBC Secretariat since Wafula Chebukati succeeded Ahmed Isaac Hassan at Anniversary Towers in January last year. A vicious power struggle between commissioners and the Secretariat boiling over, and yesterday the centre could no longer hold, Chiloba facing the axe, even though his ouster was a question of when and not if, after the Commission chairman sent him on compulsory leave in April this year in a decision that split the Commission, culminating in the resignation of 3 commissioners. Chiloba's suspension despite a court order, ostensibly to pave the way for an internal audit on the cost of conducting last year's elections, adding fuel to the raging fire. Chebukati insists Chiloba invited the sack when he snapped 2 disciplinary committee sittings where he was required to respond to a litany of audit queries running into billions of shillings. But Chiloba says his ouster was expected, claiming the audit was stage-managed to justify the sack, and questioned how the 3 commissioners who sent him on compulsory leave transformed into a disciplinary committee and ultimately the plenary that sealed his fate. The cost of acquiring technology used to identify voters electronically was unjustifiably high according to the audit panel, and that the taxpayer did not get value for the 2.5 billion shillings invested in the project. Chiloba was also required to explain how 553 out of 1,553 modems procured at a cost of 273 million shillings from Airtel for results transmission were delivered a month after the August general election. There were also questions on the procedure used to award a tender for server infrastructure maintenance and security monitoring solutions in a contract the audit team claimed favored the supplier. Similar issues were raised in the award of a 164 million shillings tender for cloud hosting services and how an extra 50 million shillings was spent in the October repeat presidential polls. The cost of purchasing ballot boxes was also questioned, a 650 shillings difference in the cost of each box between August and October, costing the Commission a 27 million shillings loss. But Chiloba says he was neither given ample time to respond to the audit queries nor given access to vital documents that would have helped him prepare his defense. In a letter to Chebukati in July this year, Chiloba contested the internal audit, terming it an attempt to profile him and justify his sacking. Other than raising issues on the Commission's quorum, Chiloba at that time turned the heat on Chebukati and the commissioners, accusing them of seeking to influence the award of lucrative tenders to companies allied to them without making full disclosure. For him, the crisis at IEBC was triggered by Chebukati's poor management and indecision, and unless the situation is sorted out, challenges await his successor at Anniversary Towers. Francis Gashuri, Citizen TV.